working with portraits. We did a moving eye portrait project, which is really fun. And then we were looking at facial proportions. So we were looking at the size and placement relationships of the different features on the human face. And we did talk about how this is a generalization and everyone is different, but this is a good place to start. So what we're going to do today to just continue with this theme of drawing faces, because this is a really important part of drawing, is practicing drawing faces, is we're going to create our own tool. So I'm going to show you one that is a kitty cat slider, and then we're going to make one that is a human slider. So we have kitty cat ears, kitty cat eyes, and then I combined the nose and the mouth and the whiskers. So basically what you can do is you can move these back and forth and you can see what it would look like with different combinations of the features. So let's see, how about these ears with these eyes, and oh, I like that one. Okay, and then you can draw what you see. So it's a little tool. Now this can go inside of a little contraption. So this isn't the best contraption. I came up with this. It could definitely be improved. The paper engineering is not the best, but it's all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how that works. So you can pull it through like this. And then what it does is it gives you a little window. Okay, so do you need this contraption? Not really. Could you just use these strips? You could. All right, so here's a piece of paper. This is a thicker piece of paper. It's actually a cardstock, but you can do this on any kind of paper. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure, let's see, this is about 4.5 inches. Now I do want these to be long strips. I want them to be as long as possible. So I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna measure those out first, because that's the most important part. You don't really need this contraption. All right, so if you want to measure it out straight, here's what you can do. You can measure out a couple marks. And then I'm going to use my clear ruler so you can see better. You can connect these. If you do this, you will have a straight line. If you just make one mark, then your ruler might be crooked. So if you take the time and you make 2 marks, you are going to have a straight line. And that straight line will be parallel to the edge of the paper and perpendicular to this edge of the paper. Oh, there's that math again. What? There's math in art class? There's so much math. There's so much history. All of the content areas overlap, you guys. Nothing exists on its own in a vacuum. Okay, so I have some 1-inch strips. Cutting them out. Make sure you cut them out smoothly if you want to later on put them in a slider. If you have jagged edges, what's going to happen when you try to slide it? It's going to get caught, right? Even better, if you have a paper cutter, you might want to use that. Some of you might have a small paper cutter. Now, if it's not your paper cutter, if it belongs to an adult in your house, please ask for help, because They are very dangerous. They can chop your finger right off. Long time ago, I had a fight with a paper cutter. You want to know who won? The paper cutter won. I think I still have a scar. Oh yeah, it was about 20 years ago when I was first teaching. I learned to respect paper cutters. Okay, so this is where I got the inspiration for this project, okay? This is a wheel. Now, you could also do this with a wheel, and actually that makes sense because, as we know, the eyes take up more space than the nose and the mouth, don't they? So this configuration with the wheel works really well, but this is a little bit more complicated, okay? You would need to use a bigger circle, and then a medium circle, and a smaller circle. And then they have a little fastener here. You could use a paper fastener. Again, you don't really need a fastener. And then they've got the different hair and face shapes. Here they have 4 of them, right? So you could create it this way too, but I thought this might be a little bit complicated for our purposes. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start. So let's draw some eyes, some noses, and some mouths. Oh, another thing is, you're gonna notice here, look, the space for the eyes is this big. The space for the noses is pretty small, and then they have a bigger space for the mouths. So we could have done that here. And you can cut your nose piece thinner if you want to. Should I do that? Should I split it? Okay, I'm gonna split it. I'm gonna use the little lines on my ruler. This is an awesome ruler. And I am going to decrease the size of the strip for my nose. You can do this if you want to. You do not have to. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you want to do that? Or do you want to leave it full? Okay. You're going to have to draw smaller noses if you do it this way. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this right with my Sharpie pen. If you want to draw it first with pencil, you can. I am drawing it with my Sharpie pen first because I want you to be able to see it, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some eyes. Should I block out where I'm going to put my eyes first? How many eyes am I going to fit on this strip? Maybe I should do little marks every 2 inches or so. So I have one at 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm doing odd numbers. 9, right? Now that's going to be the middle of my eyes. I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of eyes, okay? There's going to be a little more space over here. I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to draw, oh, that's a little too close to the middle. Remember, there is space for one eye in between the 2 eyes, right? So if I want to make it this big, then this eye is going to be this big. Now, if I'm drawing cartoony eyes and cartoony faces, do I have to follow that rule? No, you don't. But I am going to follow that rule right now. Okay, eyes. They're a little uneven. I like this one better. I'm gonna make this one follow that shape a little more. There we go. It's almost like a cat eye. Looks like a cat eye. So I'm gonna go with that. Since it looks kind of like a cat eye, I'm gonna go in, oops, I said I was gonna draw in Sharpie, and I'm drawing in pencil. Good thing, huh? Because I messed up right off the bat. And I'm drawing it uneven again. So I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna even it out by making this a little bit thicker. Okay. Now I wanna give this a little bit of an eyelid. And then I'm gonna draw a U shape. There we go. Now I'm gonna draw the pupil, and the pupil is going to be another little U shape. I'm not drawing a highlight on this one. You can draw a highlight if you want to, okay? All right, now, should I give it eyebrows? Should I give it more eyelashes? I'm gonna give it some more eyelashes. Okay, I'm making most of my eyelashes go this way. Make some stick up like that. And then I'm just gonna do a few eyelashes on the bottom. Okay, there we go. This one's a lot thicker and darker than this one, isn't it? Should I even them out? Make them symmetrical, make them the same on both sides. Okay, I just drank a bunch of coffee. And when I drink a bunch of coffee, my drawings are a little shaky. Look at that. Ooh, so unsymmetrical. Thanks, coffee. Maybe I should drink less espresso in the morning. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put some eyebrows. I don't want them to be perfectly sculpted eyebrows. I want them to be a little more interesting. Oh yeah, I like that. They're a little more interesting. They're not so perfect looking. This is kind of the trend. When I was younger, everybody wanted to have really thin eyebrows, and now everybody has thicker eyebrows. So these things go in, there's trends with different ways of doing your eyebrows. Okay, so there's some eyes. Now, I want to do a nose that sort of goes with these eyes. So, thinking about it, I can look at the resources that I have. You guys have a bunch of different pictures you can look at in your packet. You can decide what kinds of nose you want to create. So I'm gonna do a nose like this. Remember, it's gonna go right around in between the eyes. Okay, it's a little crooked. Everything that I'm doing is crooked today. It's okay. Now I have a little pencil line on this side, so I'm gonna use this side. I'm gonna use the back. Okay, now I'm gonna draw the mouth. So, how should I draw the mouth? I'm gonna look for some inspiration. And I'm not gonna copy something exactly. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at different ideas and then I'm gonna choose what I like for this. So I think I'm gonna draw with pencil where it's gonna go. I think I want it to go, I want it to be about that big. Okay. Can I make it symmetrical? Oh, not quite symmetrical. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna make a little line here for the chin. You can make a little line there if you want to. Okay, there's one face. Now, I'm gonna move over to this one, okay? So now I'm going to do I think I'm gonna do some smaller eyes because these took up a little bit of space. So now I'm gonna do some simpler eyes. I'm looking for some examples. Ooh, maybe I should do sunglasses. No, sunglasses are bigger. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm making very cartoony eyes. And I am gonna put a highlight. So to put a highlight, I'm drawing where the highlight's gonna go, and then I'm coloring everywhere else. Okay, so the highlight's gonna be on the right side for this one. So there it is. There's my highlight. And then here's gonna be the eyebrows. Boom, that's it. I could draw lines like this. Yeah, let's do it. And the eyelid. Does that make it more interesting, or is it better like just plain? What do you think? I don't know. All right, nose. What kind of nose should I make? I think this is a cartoon. I think I want to make a bigger nose. I want to make it kind of funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a nose like this. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm gonna give it some kind of a mustache. Looks very cartoony. All right, now I need a mouth. What kind of a mouth would this guy have? He looks a little sleepy, so I don't know if he would have a big mouth. I think maybe his mouth would be small. His mouth might be closed. Maybe he's a content. I think this guy makes pizza, and I think he's very happy because he makes people happy. He gives people pizza. So I think, do you guys do that? Do you guys make stories about the things you're drawing? I think I'm gonna make him just have like a little bit of a crooked smile. He's just like satisfied because he does really good work and he makes people happy. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now look what happens when you start sliding it. You get a completely different character. Who's that, right? How about this? Who's this? Oh my goodness. All right, so you can flip it around and you're gonna get a completely different thing. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna draw a third one over here. Make sure these are lined up, right? Now, a good thing to do is to take a pencil and just make a little mark where you want everything to line up. Okay? All right, so here's my third one. Here's my little mark where I want everything to line up. Okay, and now I'm gonna draw some more eyes. Okay. Should I do more realistic eyes or should I do cartoony eyes? It's up to you what you want to do. Ooh, I'm going to look at some eyes that look like troll eyes. That's what I'm going to do. So I am going to use my tool, if I can find it. I think it's hiding underneath something on my desk. Oh, where are you, sir? circle drawing tool. Here you are. It's where it's supposed to be in its drawer. Good job, me. I put things away. Are you guys cleaning up after yourselves? Are you putting things away as you're working? I highly recommend that you clean up after yourself, okay? If you clean up after yourself, you know what's going to happen? Your family is going to be happy with you. And if you show that you're responsible, well then they're going to be much more excited about letting you make art. So you should do that. You should clean up after yourself. Okay, now I'm going to make a smaller one. Now, you do not need a tool like this. You don't have a tool like this in your pack that I provided you with. However, you might have stencils that you can use. And if you don't really need stencils. You can just freehand it. Okay, so I'm drawing 3 little circles, one inside the other. So that would be called concentric circles, like a target. A concentric circle is a circle and a circle and a circle, like the target sign, okay? All right, I'm gonna color this one in. Now, should I add color to this? What do you think? You could add color to it, or you could leave it black and white. It's up to you, all right? Okay, now, I'm gonna draw a cute little nose. I'm gonna draw a nose like this time. I'm gonna draw a little bubble nose. It's like a big C, and that same shape, only backwards. And then this again, only a little smaller. Aww, it's a bubble nose. Okay, now I'm gonna draw a mouth. These are a little bit too far apart. So I could, when I'm using this for drawing, I could do this. That works a little better, doesn't it? So that's something that you can think about doing with this. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do is a mouth. So I'm gonna draw, I'm gonna need to pencil it first, you guys, because I'm having a little bit of a shaky drawing day. Sometimes you're gonna have a really good drawing day, and then other times you might not have as good of a drawing day. Maybe you're not quite as focused, maybe you didn't sleep as well, maybe you drink some caffeine. You guys shouldn't be drinking caffeine, but maybe you did, and it might make you shaky. So I'm having a little bit of a bad drawing day, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. Coloring that in, so I see a tongue. Okay, now what happens if I put this nose? Oh, look at that! Look at that. Okay, so this is what's fun. First you draw it. Oh, this guy needs some more detail to the eyes. This guy needs, I'm gonna draw the eyelashes. I like to draw 3. Do you know that if you draw in odd numbers like 3, 5, 7, it's generally more interesting? I'm gonna make it a little thicker at the bottom, and then it's gonna taper. See how it tapers? It gets thinner. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And eyebrows. Okay, there it is. All right, now I have room for 2 more. My next one, I'm gonna draw the one all the way over here this time. Hey, bless me. Okay. I'm gonna draw sunglasses. I'm gonna pencil it first, you guys. If you know you're a little shaky today, I know I'm a little shaky today, you might wanna just use a pencil first. Okay. Is that even? No. See? Pencil first. Okay. These are kind of cool. That's a really big space for the nose, but I think it's funny that way. I'm going to draw a little bump on the side. And it's going to have eyebrows coming up like this. There we go. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to outline that. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not going to be. Ooh, it's a little rough. That's okay. Now, if you're drawing a lot of black, or if you're coloring in, you can switch drawing materials, okay? So if you're coloring big areas, you want to use maybe a bigger Sharpie. Smaller areas, you want a smaller tool. Okay, I'm gonna make a highlight over to the right. I'm gonna make the highlight like that. So it echoes the shape of the glasses. Sometimes you can draw round highlights. You could even draw star shaped. You can draw whatever kind of highlights you want. The highlights are the place where the light is hitting the glasses. So it's a reflection of light. And there's also a highlight when you're looking at somebody's eyes. You're usually gonna see a highlight, okay? All right, so there's my sunglasses. Should I draw another kind of sunglasses? Or should I draw eyes? I'm gonna look at my resources. You can look at your resources for inspiration. Ooh, you could draw robot eyes. You could draw owl eyes. Ooh, that would be cute. You could draw some more sort of realistic eyes. What do you think you want to do? Think about it. I think I want to draw... oh, I know what I'm going to look at. I'm going to look at my 150 different emotions. They're actually numbered. I'm going to look at those. I think I want mine to be... these are all kind of happy. I think I need something that's a little either sad or angry. We need to have the full range of emotions, right? We don't want to... we're not always happy. Everything's not always great. Sometimes we're disappointed. Sometimes we're sad. So you can practice drawing the different emotions. All right, I'm going to draw eyes kind of angled down. These are angled down, so these could be sad, or they could just be relaxed. Okay. It depends on what the rest of the face is doing, right? So when you're looking at somebody's emotion, you can tell how somebody feels by looking at their face, right? Their emotions are written on their face. But you're looking at their eyes, you're looking at their mouth, you're also looking at their body language. You're looking at what their shoulders are doing. You're looking at all those different things when you are able to tell how somebody feels. And did you know that even babies can tell? You learn when you're very young to tell how other people are feeling. They've done these studies, and even babies, really young babies, can start to identify how people are feeling. You have empathy. That means you can understand and sympathize with other people. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to make some more lines. Here's his eyelids. I'm going to make some more lines. I want him to look maybe tired, maybe a little bit older. I'm going to give these a little bit more thickness, these eyebrows. Okay, there we go. Boom. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't draw where I wanted it to line up. So these have to line up first. And that's where it's going to line up. Okay, now noses. Here I go. I'm going to draw a simple nose. It's almost like a 7, an upside down 7 or a rotated 7. Now what if I made, I'm going to make a frowny face. Oh, he is not a happy camper. I'm going to make a little fold in his mouth like that. Oh, look at that. Now what if I put that mouth on her? Oh, do you see how that changes things? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to make this one have a happy face. So I'm going to do another simple nose. Let me see. I'm going to do a simple nose like that. And then I'm going to do a simple smile. What kind of smile should I do? I think I'm going to do a smile like this. It's a little bit crooked. It's got a little room. Oh, he looks kind of mean. If I make this go up more, will it make him look nicer? Maybe. I could also make his mouth open. See how now it is starting to look like it's opened a little bit? I can draw teeth if I want to or not. Okay, there we go. Now what happens when I give this guy this? Look at how that changes. Oh my goodness. See how that changes? Isn't that fun? Well, how about this nose? With this mouth. How about this mouth? Ooh, that's a powerful mouth. It's so easy, but it's powerful. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so now you can use this slider to draw cartoons. Isn't that fun? All right, I hope you have fun.